Last week at Montreal, Ray King. Last week at Montreal, Ray Kingsbury slipped and splashed his way through the monsoon to score his second victory of the season after his teammate Cody Crosgrove spun from the lead. In AM, it was a brawl yet again, with Karsten Quint coming out on top, ensuring a Solpec Precision Racing swept both classes. Will we see more chaos tonight, or a calm, orderly event? We'll find out together once Bryan figures out how to push buttons, as SimCAR from Silverstone is next. Our venue this week is the legendary Silverstone Circuit. This former Royal Air Force base is the home of British motorsport and is synonymous with speed. Featuring numerous fast corners, including the terrifying Cops Corner, bravery is needed and our overtaking opportunities are abundant. Luckily, with large runoffs lining the circuit, we will see some risks taken by drivers this evening. The format for the SimCAR Grand-Am Series is as follows. We are finishing open practice now. It'll lead us into a 15-minute qualifying session to determine the grid for our 60-minute race tonight. The 15th season of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series continues tonight live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Bryan Sawyer in the production truck, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to Silverstone in England. The SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN is brought to you by Penguin RC Simulation, trusted by racers for their unbeatable support, rock-solid product guarantees, and high-performance sim gear. When you want equipment you can rely on lap after lap, Penguin RC Simulation delivers every time and is proud to present the Penguin RC Simulation Drivers' Championship. By Too Fast Racing, a massive sim community built on the high-octane world of Beam NG drag racing, now taking on iRacing with over 14,000 members. From the drag strip to the curves here at SimCAR, Too Fast Racing is where speed lives. By Lambert Designs, the official graphics partner for SimCAR. From promotional materials to custom paint liveries, Lambert Designs has it all. For more information, join the SimCAR Discord and contact Brandon Lambert. And finally, by Mr. Patches, makers of custom patches that let you wear your racing pride. And this season, they're putting $50 on the line for each class's winning team. From the track to your jacket, Mr. Patches has you covered as the presenting sponsor for the team's championship. Bryan, you have learned to push buttons. I have learned how to read a script. Ray Kingsbury survived the chaos of everyone spinning and crashing last week in the rain. He's down right now in practice, but is 3 in a row possible for him tonight.
Hey Josh, it's just like keeping you on your toes. Hit a few wrong buttons and we'll see where it goes. I think Ray is very capable of making it happen tonight. I mean, Cody is up there, Kevin Fanning also in practice. They're all very close. Ray's been pretty consistent though, not really getting involved in too much and being able to drive through the chaos. So he's got a good chance tonight.
As Kevin Fanning, fastest in practice as the checkered flag has fallen. 1 minute 59.607 was his last lap. 58.1 was the fastest, the benchmark so far. Cody Crosgrove close behind in car number 9. Then Ray Kingsbury 0.5 away from the fastest man in practice. As we head to qualifying, 19 cars here this evening as the pro cars get the green flag. And who's the first car on track, Bryan? Kevin Fanning in the 911. Ray Kingsbury right behind him. We're going to switch things up for once. Well, for once. We do it all the time. Let's ride on board Kevin Fanning. Enjoy this warm-up lap as we begin qualifying here in Britain. And Fanning leads the field through the Beckett's Chapel complex, down the hangar straight to Stowe Corner, heading towards the start-finish line to begin his first lap in qualifying. Close behind Ray Kingsbury. We take a look at the track map. Fanning leads Kingsbury, Baker, Cosgrove, and Moftaw, the first 5 cars on track. All Pro Class cars. Josh Stoltz is the next car in line. First AM Class car as Fanning into the Vale chicane. Final corner, club corner, and on the Hamilton straightaway to begin a lap here at Silverstone. Abbey turn 1, Bryan, normally flat out in a high downforce car. These guys have to drag the brake, lift the throttle through the first couple of corners.
Yeah, Josh, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever driven a vehicle at this track. I've seen plenty of races here.
Really?
I've just never driven anything here. You see how many curves are here?
Curve?
Yeah, once the turn count gets above like 10, I get intimidated.
I got it. Now I figured you out why you like rallycross so much.
It's too much to remember.
Into Brooklands, a wonderful left and then a right into Luffield. Plenty of spots to overtake on this track, like we said in the open. And it's a flat-out blast, even in these cars, through Woodcote, past the old pit entry when the pit lane moved from here to the new front straightaway between 2010 and 2011. And Copse Corner, who could forget Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen? They had a nice dinner date in this corner in 2021 on the start of that Grand Prix. And back to Beckett's Chapel. I've never watched GT3 cars here, admittedly, so we are both having a learning experience. An 120 down to 105, no, 100. All the way down to 80 miles an hour for Kevin Fanning through Chapel Corner and then back up through the gears on the hangar straightaway under the bridge. And if you're brave, you will have outside maneuvers into Stowe Corner. That's going to be a point of contention, a piece of tarmac to watch throughout the entire evening. Don't go too far onto the AstroTurf. You'll get invalidated on your lap. And into the final chicane for Fanning. He will set the benchmark in the 911. For Silverback Racing, final corner across the line. He runs a 1 minute 59.875. And Ray Kingsbury, can he respond to Fanning across the line? That lap didn't count. He got a penalty somewhere. Steve Baker across the line in the 2. His lap didn't count either. Cody Cosgrove, is it going to be 3 for 3 on invalidated laps for Solpeck? Yes, it is! As Moftaw for Silverback Racing crosses the line. Well, his first lap count, 2 minute 1.794. Josh Stoltz in the 199. Off of the final corner. The first AM Class car to set a lap time. Just kidding. It's invalidated as well. Dex Lindgren, 2 minute 1.144. Tucker Lindgren, 2 minute 0.898. Coletta's lap doesn't count. Bryan Sohn, 2 minute 3.856. Karsten Quint, AM winner last week, 2 minute 3.965. Lindgren, 2 minute 3.708. Clinton Funk, no lap time set for the 122. You better not be listening to the cast and driving. Not a great idea. Evan Eisenman, Raymond Rodriguez, 5th quick. Rob Edgell, after missing last week, he does not set a lap time. And Josh Sussey in the 13. After him, it'll be Matt Kingsbury. And that will be everyone on their first run. Actually, Sussey beginning his first lap. So we look at Kingsbury in the 21, Bryan.
I don't know if Kingsbury's on the flyer or not. Kind of looked like he's going slow down that backstretch there. But,
according to timing, it's his first lap. Let's see what the 21, if it is a timed lap, or if he's using it as a warm-up lap. Final corner. Across the line. And it didn't count, so he must have invalidated somewhere. So Fanning led the field. Go ahead, Bryan.
You get too many turns. You go off the track. You got more opportunity for that, burning your laps.
1 minute 58.989, so he matches his last lap. Will Kingsbury clock a time? The second lap doesn't count either. For the points leader, Cosgrove in the 9. 1 minute 59.534. Baker, 2 minutes 7.7. Moftaw crosses the line. 159.9. Stoltz and Lindgren are racing effectively in qualifying. Across the line for Stoltz, 2-minute 1.5. Lindgren does not have his lap time count. 2-minute 0.356 for Tucker Lindgren. It's so easy to extend these corners, Bryan, and use too much of the AstroTurf and get an invalidated lap, and that's what we're seeing.
Yep.
I'm looking at Eisenman and Funk. They're racing and qualifying. They touch in the final corner. And Funk's been dealing with connection issues all night. He's been blinking back and forth. They're side by side. Eisenman lets him go.
Raymond Rodriguez, our points leader in AM, looks like he's down to about 5th in AM, so a little out of place for him. Maybe I'll find some more pace during the race, but he can afford a race a little further down. He's far and away with the points right now.
Let's pick up Ray Kingsbury, the overall points leader in the 25, as he has yet to set a lap. Winner of the last 2 races, came oh so close in Daytona after getting turned on a restart in the first corner. And Kingsbury, 2 attempts, the laps didn't count. Down to the Vale chicane for the 3rd time in qualifying. The left, the right, and rounding club corner. What will Kingsbury run? Will he be able to respond to Fanning or even his teammate across the line? 1-minute 59.658. He is down by 0.8 from Fanning.
It's kind of sorting out the way it did in practice there. Fanning, Crossgrove, Kingsbury. Steve Baker up to P4, 159.668.
Now, this could be complete fabrication. I could be making things up. I apologize if I am. I'm a really good journalist, and I didn't research ahead of time, I'll admit. Is the McLaren shorter than the Mercedes? Because if the Mercedes is a longer wheelbase, are we going to see a lot like Rallycross, where the longer cars can't get through the corners? Do we think that's happening?
I mean, I'm not quite sure, but, I mean, the Mercedes seems a lot longer.
As Fanning goes through Cop's corner. He is behind Matt Kingsbury, Raymond Rodriguez to 10th, Clinton Funk to 15th on the timing tower. Fanning might get some slipstream off of, ironically, Ray's brother Matt. I say ironically like they wouldn't be against each other. We've seen them in NASA Rallycross over the years and here in SimCAR. You think you're rivals with your teammate? No, try and race against a sibling. It's 10 times worse. As Fanning into Stowe corner, Josh Sussey sets a lap time. He's 17th quick in the 13. The one car that has not set a lap, Evan Eisenman in the 44. Final couple of corners for Fanning in the 911. Across the line, will he improve? 1-minute 58.6, he does. And right behind him is Ray Kingsbury. Can the points leader respond? He might, well, there's no might. He didn't get any slipstream like Fanning could have across the line. It does not count on the 4th lap again. Cosgrove, 1-minute 59.9. The Mercedes cars are not responding like we're used to this season so far.
Yeah, with all these invalid laps during the race, race control's going to have his work cut out for him. I wonder how many 5-second penalties we're going to get for exceeding incident point limits. Crossgrove up. No, that was
Tucker
Steve
Lindgren
Baker.
to 6th.
Daniel
Coletta to 8th. Lindgren to 9th. As he sets a 2-minute 0.194. He goes to 8th to Scott Lindgren in the 16. I'm looking at Evan Eisenman off monitor, seeing if he could set a lap time in the 44. Raymond Rodriguez to 9th. Eisenman continues to struggle in the Corvette, Bryan. 4 laps, no laps counted.
Unfortunate. That was a 2:03.3 also, so
Does
Would've
your
put him just a
inside
few
baseball,
spots up.
does your timing say when a driver runs off and gets a 1X, an off track?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious to see maybe if Ray's on another flyer. He's on his 5th lap. And if this doesn't count, I wonder where they're going off. If it's a consistent corner,
Let's
we'll
find
just
out.
have to wait and
Let's
see.
watch Ray.
I'm taking a look off monitor
We'll
at
see if he
Fanning.
goes off anywhere.
Fanning crosses the line. 1 minute 58.592. He has improved again as Kingsbury. Can he respond? He's in 3rd. He's a 2nd down on Fanning in the McLaren from the Mercedes-Benz. Across the line for the 25. 1 minute 59.447. He improves, but still 0.8 off Bryan.
Cosgrove to
Cosgrove
P1,
P1, invalidating everything I said about the Mercedes. So is Ray just having an off night? Baker goes to 3rd. His teammates are ahead of him.
I'm looking here. I don't see any off tracks for Ray, but I just might not have all the data.
Dex Lindgren goes to 6th. In the 26th, the winner from Daytona. So now, the cards are flipped. Kevin Fanning looking for pole position. Karsten Quint to 8th in the 555. A wonderful qualifying run so far for the Solpec Precision Racing team. Their 4 cars in the top 8, including tentative pole position. But Kevin Fanning has set a fastest lap every single lap. The track continues to evolve, and I'm curious to see what the 911 will do. Through Beckett's, through Chapel. Don't get too greedy on the AstroTurf or the accelerator. Blasting up the hanger straight. On the chip there. Just a pinch. A little bit late on the upshift for the 911. Stowe corner. Extending. Stayed on the curb. I think the curb is track limits. The AstroTurf is not. And I did a quick... Let's see.
It's going to be close, Josh. I don't think he has it. I think he just messed up that last turn there.
Final corner across the line. 1 minute 58.842.
Yeah,
he still has,
a lot
I think,
of time
1
in
lap.
the penultimate.
It's easy to do. Into Village. Cosgrove across the line. Lap does not count. Steve Baker. 2 minute 1.971. Moftaw. 1 minute 59.2. Tucker Lindgren in the 997, currently sitting 7th. On the AM class pole position. Across the line on the Porsche. 2 minute 0.1. Dex Lindgren right behind. 2 minute 4.2. Stoltz. 2 minute 0.8. Quent. 2 minute 0.7. They're not improving. Checkered flag is waving. In qualifying, flying laps will count. Raymond Rodriguez in the 129 in the BMW. Currently sitting 10th on his 6th lap. 2 minutes 0.1. He goes to 8th. Eisenman is sitting 16th at the moment in the 44. Across the line, 2 minute 2.3. Brian Sohn right behind him, sitting 13th across the line. Stays 13th. Back to Fanning. It's Fanning, Kingsbury, Baker. Cosgrove is done. Cosgrove better hope that these guys don't improve. Into Stowe for the final time for Kevin Fanning. Set the benchmark in practice. He gave it up. Back to his teammate. Cosgrove's teammate rather, Ray Kingsbury. I feel like Fanning might have gotten a slowdown in the final corner and had to give it up. And Ray, he's giving it up too.
They're getting black flagged. It looks like Josh Kevin Fanning got a black flag there. I wonder if they're telling him to get off the track, that they've spent too much time out there.
Huh. Well, admittedly, we're a little bit confused. They were all on flying laps, I do believe, if you've got that information to back me up on that. But, all right, so We'll wait this out. Tucker Lindgren in the 997 will complete his lap. Oh, you know what? I think the pro cars spent too much time because I think they stagger the classes.
Yeah, pro gets to go out maybe 30 or 40 seconds before AM, I believe.
So that should set the field. As no disrespect to the M-Class cars, I don't suspect a 2-second gain. Checkered flag has flown. Cody Cosgrove, pole position by the slimmest of margins, 0.019 of a second over Kevin Fanning. Kingsbury, Baker, Moftaw, Dex Lindgren, Tucker Lindgren, Rodriguez, Quint, and Scott Lindgren, the top 10. As we are already in warm-up and they decided to switch it up on me, Bryan. Well, before we go to break, or maybe after, you can pick. Do we want to take a look at programming and points now or after the break, my friend?
We can look at points going into tonight now. So, GT3 overall. Coming into this evening, Ray Kingsbury, top of the table, 114. Kevin Fanning, 92. Dex Lindgren, 90. Raymond Rodriguez, 72. 67 for Matt Kingsbury. Dan Coletta, Jesse Pate, Christian Youngwall, Cody Cosgrove, and Karsten Quint round out the top 10. Over in the AM, Raymond Rodriguez leads that category with 104 points, followed by Josh Stoltz with 85. Jesse Pate, Karsten Quint, Tucker Lindgren, Rob Edgell, Clinton Funk, Bryan Sohn, Scott Lindgren, and Tim Taplin are your top 10. Quickly going over to our schedule coming up for the we got next week. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up now. We went from just SimCAR to a whole bunch of things, Josh. So coming up next Tuesday, ASN is hosting an event called The Purge. It's Demolition Derby race. Go to asnTVUSA.com, click on Discord, get you in our Discord, and you can get signed up and registered to race in that if you want, or just join us to watch on ASN Plus. It's going to be this coming Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be Josh Darnell and myself on the call there. Then we got a whole bunch of SimCAR all the way down to round 10, Monza the Bend, Motegi, Magny Cours, Mexico City, and Sebring. And NASA Rallycross returns on March 8th with the Futures class running the cross car. We're starting the season off at Winton once again. Contenders and Supercars that following Monday. And
super exciting to have more and more stuff pop back up, Bryan. It was getting a little sparse, getting a little lonely on that programming schedule. We've got plenty of fun stuff planned.
Yeah, and drivers are in warm-up, so we're going to step aside. I'm going to go find the coffee, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the feature race.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to hold his power. The SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN is brought to you by Penguin RC Simulation, Too Fast Racing, Lambert Designs, and Mr. Patches. And just a reminder, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. According to Bryan, we might even be on the dark web as well. Ring the bell to catch our live streams every week. We are aiming for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube for ASN Live. We're currently at 986 as we welcome you back to Silverstone in the United Kingdom with Bryan Sawyer in the production truck. Alongside me, my name is Josh Mertz in the commentary box for ASN. And Bryan, we are finishing warm-up, and the guys that were fastest in qualifying are choosing to take a bit of a break. Only 4 cars have set a lap in warm-up so far.
Yeah, I am never a fan of driving around in warm-up. I just want to sit, chill. I just drove for 20 minutes in practice. I'm about to drive for a whole hour here, so just kind of want to sit around and hang out.
I need to roast myself on a live call, which I know Bryan's going to be like, why did you roast yourself? He told me before we went to break, before we started, he said, Josh, don't ask me what we want to do. Just do it. And then I asked him for break, commercial, the ad reads and such. And he said, Josh, you did what I told you not to do. I'm sorry, Bryan. Okay. we're finishing warm up.
You're in control.
I had to get the roast out of the way, the self-roast, okay? As shout out to everyone hanging out with us as we get set to go racing in Silverstone. And I'm excited. This 18 car field, it's a little bit down on cars from what we've seen the last couple of weeks, but I don't suspect a boring race. Every race is going to be a good time. Dex Lindgren, fastest in warm-up. I know we just talked about only 4 cars, but 2-minute 0.325 is the fastest right now. No cars have broken that 2-minute barrier, Bryan.
It's a bit more spread out than we're used to. I think that's what comes to the curves. You get so many curves. Gotta
Do you know how to count
on every single
over 10?
exit. No.
Okay.
It's funny because this size course intimidates me. Nürburgring, no problem.
Why? What's the logic there?
I don't know. Nürburgring and the Mount Washington, I can do those. No issue.
Is that why you can run WRC stage rally good too, aside from flipping into trees?
Because I don't think I've ever finished a stage. It's always into the tree. It's always into the tree.
At least you're honest. All right. The checkered flag has fallen on warm-up, and we get set to grid for our race this evening in Silverstone in the United Kingdom. On pole, Cody Cosgrove, followed by Kevin Fanning. As Kevin Fanning is the I'm in danger meme, right? He's surrounded by Solpec racing cars. Ray Kingsbury, Steve Baker, third and fourth. Marwan Moftah, Dex Lindgren, Tucker Lindgren, Raymond Rodriguez, Karsten Quint, and Scott Lindgren, the top 10. In the 11th position, Josh Stoltz and Daniel Coletta disappeared off our graphics. Apparently, Bryan doesn't want them to exist on screen. Then we've got Brian Sohn, Rob Edgell, Evan Eisenman, Matt Kingsbury, Clinton Funk, Stop Listening to Me and Driving Kid, Josh Sussey, 18th and last on this grid. I enjoy the ASN shows are just roasting each other. It's a good time, Bryan. Oh, right. What did you do? I thought it broke for a second internally.
It takes a second. Look at that, though. All the pro cars up front, all the AM cars right behind them, except for Matt Kingsbury. Why is Matt Kingsbury all the way back there?
Did he set? I'm going to look through the timing as we roll in Silverstone. And Matt Kingsbury just didn't perform in qualifying. 2-minute 2.336 for the man from Connecticut.
Alrighty then.
18 cars on our grid for our 1 hour race. And Brandon Lambert's in a Porsche, I think, as the safety car. It's got an interesting livery. Safety car is off. Point of contention tonight. You can gain time on your rivals. The pit lane is considerably shorter, and the limit doesn't start right away. On pole, Cody Cosgrove, followed by Kevin Fanning, Kingsbury, Baker, and Moftah, the top 5. Thanks for joining us on ASN as we go green in the United Kingdom. Good jump for Cosgrove. Couple car lengths already off the rip. Down to the first corner. Side by side, it's Kingsbury with his teammate Baker. He backs out of it. Here comes Lindgren in the 26. Nearly contact off the road goes Fanning. Loses second to Kingsbury in the 25. Can Baker make anything happen? Down to Village for the first time. 3 wide, Lindgren, Rodriguez. Way on the outside's Moftah, the reigning champ of the AM class. Fighting with Lindgren again. This one, Tucker in the 997. Behind him, Scott Lindgren, Quint, Stoltz, Coletta, Edgell, Sohn, Eisenman, Kingsbury still stuck in traffic, Clinton Funk, and Josh Sussey. Race start under review, Bryan. As Kingsbury looks to the inside for the lead. Wanted to give you a moment. They didn't want to give you a moment. Can Cosgrove fight back out of Brooklands into Luffield? Fanning as well. Baker, Lindgren, Rodriguez. They come together, and now the run through Woodcote to Copps Corner. Kingsbury to the lead.
I don't think I'm going to be able to pull up the start, but I'm going to initially agree with that race start under review. It looked like Cody Cosgrove just kind of really gassed it, maybe before the even green flag went out for them.
Through Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel. Kingsbury ran wide in Copps Corner, way wide off the AstroTurf. I wonder if that was where he kept going off in qualifying. Car length between them. Single file throughout the field. As Sussey way in the back. I can take a look off monitor here in a moment and see what happened to the 13 off the start. He is miles back, 10 seconds off of Funk. He started from the pit lane. That answers that question. Through Stowe.
I'm going to try this and see if we can see what happened at the race start. This might be it. Just give me 1 second here. That is the race start.
He was... I don't know if there's a regulation that you have to be side. Cosgrove, sorry, off monitor. Clipped the sleeping policeman. Huge hit for the 9. Loses the second spot to Fanning. It doesn't look like there's body damage, Bryan, but you got to expect those turtles are going to kill some suspension parts. Way wide in the 9.
The GT3 cars are not a big fan of the turtles. I mean, we saw them jumping at Daytona, and we saw quite a few cars take significant damage because of it.
Inside,
but Cody's
Baker
going to have cars on his inside.
On Cosgrove. Baker on the outside now for the loop corner. and Aintree. Cosgrove complaining under acceleration. 2 Mercedes side by side. Dex Lindgren likes to see this, nearly touching with Baker in the 2 is the 26. Down the Wellington Straight and into Brooklands. Lindgren diving in is Rodriguez. He leads the M class, 6th overall right now. And into Luffield. Baker washes out, nearly touches Lindgren. They do touch mid-corner. And a hip check from Steve Baker puts Lindgren nearly into the sand. Lindgren doesn't like that, and around goes Baker in the 2. That was bound to happen, Brian. That
I
was
don't disagree with
argy-bargy.
Dex Lindgren.
He was forced off the road and tried to just get back. Where is he gonna go?
Hey man, I have to stay on the track. We'll take a second look at that incident. Maybe we can get it from high above here. Let's take a look. And then yeah,
He's just trying to get back on track.
we're gonna rewind just a hair. And yeah, he's there. He's on the outside. He's not being afforded much room.
He pushed him completely past the lines.
And paid for it.
As one car around, Raymond Rodriguez in the 129. What happened to him? We just caught it. He clipped the paint. So the curves obviously are a little serrated. He transitioned as the car was loaded, Brian. Transitioned from the serrated curves to the flat track, and around he went.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I'm really rooting for Ray to get a win this season. I'm hoping he gets a few. He's been on the podium every race. The only driver in AM that has been on the podium in every race. So that's why his points are so high up there. Just needs to get the win. He's only been on the 2nd and 3rd step.
As Steve Baker is still running 17th in car number 2.
I need to
Gap
read
between
that a little bigger. Let's see what that warning is. Black and white flag for failure to follow race director's instruction on lap 2.
I didn't see anything on my end, so who was that for?
Cody Cosgrove. So it wasn't for the start, it was for lap 2.
On lap 2, failure to follow race director's instructions. Okay.
I wasn't in the driver's meeting. I don't know about you.
I was not either. So we're really good journalists, Brian. Rob Edgell passes Daniel Coletta. So does Clinton Funk. What happened to the 99? He's looped it in Brooklands. Did he get some help? No. Pushed the car too much, and rear tire said, absolutely not. I'm not playing this game. So you said that was a warning for Cosgrove.
Yep, that's all it says
Okay.
on my side. I'll pop it up for you one more time. There you go. Incident on lap 2 involving car number 9, black and white flag for failure to follow race director's instructions.
Cosgrove looks to the inside on Fanning. To Stowe corner. Mercedes versus McLaren. Can the McLaren get the run off the corner? I thought they were going to touch on the exit. Side by side now. Down to the Vale chicane. Cosgrove leaves him just enough room in the 9. Fighting back, club corner, and they touch! As Fanning had to replicate Tony Hawk with a 50-50 grind on the sausage curb, I wonder if that's going to be looked at by race control, Brian. As Kingsbury still leads, set the fastest lap, 1 minute 59.969 for the points leader. I tell you what, he might not have delivered in qualifying, but if these two continue to squabble, he's going to run away with this.
Yeah.
Incident on lap 2 involving Rob Edgell under investigation. What happened here?
I don't know what happened on lap 2. I do have a Rob Edgell incident on lap 2 though. Let's go take a look, and maybe involving Daniel Coletta. Oh.
Well, it was.
So yeah, maybe when you drive into a car, you might get an incident.
Rob Edgell, black flagged. Drive-through penalty. That was a quick one from Anthony Flores, Race Control.
That one's pretty straightforward. Coletta was turning mid-turn, and Edgell just threw it up the inside and spun him around.
And these cars, again, if I'm incorrect, you can roast me in chat. These cars, I think, have ABS, so it's just a little overzealous on the brake pedal. It's not like he locked up. Rodriguez and Quint, AM class drivers, side by side. Quint backs out of it. as Rodriguez trying to catch both Lindgren, Scott, and Tucker for the AM class lead.
Yeah, luckily for Rodriguez, he didn't really lose that much time. He lost 2 positions in AM, but only about 3 seconds total, so it's perfectly
Stoltz
doable for him.
and Quint thought Stoltz was going to make a move into Stowe Corner, thought better of it on Karsten Quint, last week's winner in the 555. Gap from Kingsbury to Cosgrove, 1.5 seconds. Gap from Tucker to Scott, Lindgren's 9/10 of a second. Call it a second. I'm an excellent journalist. I have no idea how they're related to who. I think it's 2 sons and their dad, Bryan, which is super
We gotta
cool.
get one of them up in the booth.
We'll figure it out. At this point, they're going to be dueling for a race win. So maybe we will finally solve the mystery. As Rodriguez, what a send! On Lindgren. They're still side by side. Here comes Quint. Ooh. 3 cars. Aintree's such a terrifying corner to go by yourself.
Ooh.
And Rodriguez with Lindgren. They were side by side. Coletta says you guys are weapons today over voice chat. Baker? What happened? Baker's under investigation. Do you have that replay?
I'm looking at Dex Lindgren being under investigation on lap 2. And Steve Baker. Okay. Let's go see if we can find it here. I got a Steve Baker on lap 2. Steve Baker may have crashed, but it looks like it was himself.
That's
that was
when
this incident.
Yep, that was this incident. Ooh. Back to live pictures. I had Steve Baker spin in turn 1, Abbey corner, with that rear damage. I think he's got damage on the diffuser. It didn't like that. And Daniel Coletta, not a fan of that. Kingsbury Cosgrove, 1-2 right now for Solpeck. Kevin Fanning third, so it's 3-4 for Silverback. And Lindgren, both Lindgrens, 5-6. So each team has 2 cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, Bryan. What is it, Noah's Ark of race cars?
All right. If you want to put it that way, sure. Do we have 2 of every car on the track?
I don't think so.
Drivers for
I don't
that.
think so, Bryan. Cosgrove fastest lap, 1 minute 59.051 for the Canadian.
Is it like birds to figure out who the boy and the girl car are?
That's ASN After Dark. Karsten Quint.
Right.
That's on ASN Plus. That's on ASN Plus. That'll be later.
Right.
Karsten Quint, Scott Lindgren. They're battling for the 8th spot. Here comes Matt Kingsbury in the 20. That was never going to work, Matt. Oh, that's going to be some form of penalty for the 21. That was from a mile away.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick one, too.
And Karsten Quint, the man who won last week in Montreal in the AM class, spun around. The 555, let's take a second look. 2-3 car lengths back, Bryan. That was ambitious.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
You see the opening, you think you can make it, but that car's got to make a turn.
It's off monitor.
Cody Cosgrove pulling down on Ray Kingsbury here, 0.3 of a second between the front 2.
Steve Baker has pitted in the 2. And we take a look at the top 2, the Solpeck teammates. They had a nice duel in Montreal last week. Cosgrove was a second faster than Ray the last lap, Bryan, through Maggots Beckett's, through Chapel. It's so just intriguing. You just want to flat-foot it through these corners, and you can't. It's a completely flat track, mostly, aside from the slight hills because of the former Air Force Base. 0.3 of a second is the gap still from Kingsbury to Cosgrove. Everybody else minding their own business for the moment. It's the closest battle that we have. And let's see the lap times. Ending lap
Kingsbury
6,
way
beginning
off
lap
the
7.
track. Coming out Scott Lindgren.
59.3 to a 59.1, updating up front. Kingsbury 0.2 slower. Are we going to see Matt Kingsbury try and dive on Lindgren like he did with Quint? We look at Kingsbury and Cosgrove. Through Loop, through Aintree. And Fanning close behind. 0.8 behind Cosgrove. In the slipstream, down to Brooklands. Kingsbury had a bit of a moment under braking. Earlier turn in for Cosgrove, later turn in. Ray misses the apex to the left field unless it's a later one to get the run off the corner. And now through Woodcote down to Copse. Cosgrove not staying in the slipstream of his teammate. Is Ray slightly defending? No, he's not. Into Copse corner. Bryan, are you in... You're making wild references in chat. You're being unhinged. I know when you're silent that that's what's happening. Ray
I've
Kingsbury.
Had a lot of coffee, Josh.
You told, what is it, your third coffee in an hour? Has your heart not exploded?
Yeah, we're good. Third coffee.
Okay. You have the kiwi strawberry water. Matt does. I do. Not a sponsor. We're on lap number 7. Fanning, Moftaw, and Lindgren. Interesting to see, as I'm just flicking through the field, everyone minding their own business. And into Vale again. Cosgrove, better bite. Kingsbury, very deep, exiting that corner. Exiting club, cross the line, 59.3 to a 59.5. Ray lost another 0.2. Raymond Rodriguez and Dex Lindgren back to 6th. As Ray got passed by Dex. Or unless my timing just broke. There was no passes at all. Oh, because he blinked out. Thanks, iRacing.
Yeah, he blinked out. So
he came back and
Ray is between the two Lindgrens now.
As Ray looking to the outside of Dex Lindgren. Side by side. He blinked for a moment, Bryan, and came back. That's why I thought there was a pass for position.
Yeah.
iRacing timing deciding to be wonderful.
He's got two Lindgrens in front of him and one Lindgren behind him.
As Tucker, Dex, and Scott surrounding Raymond Rodriguez. Back up front. 0.2 is the gap. Cosgrove has been quicker the last couple of laps, but he has not been able to find a way around. Down the old pitch straightaway and into Copse. Ray slid the rears, entering the corner, it looks like. He's pushing so hard to stay in front of Cody, Bryan.
Got a warning for lap 5. Daniel Coletta. Just race incident.
I think that was the incident when Baker and Coletta were in turn 1 in Abbey.
Yes. That would be the
As
one.
Cosgrove, much better run, Bryan. Sorry to cut you off. Will we see a move down the hanger straight on the outside? Ray lets him go! Fuel saving? It's got to be to play this relay race.
It's very early in the race. We're only about 15 minutes in, so you might as well play the team game for a little bit.
Numerous ways that you can take this. Is Ray needing to learn from Cody? Is he wanting to slipstream and save some fuel? Battle for 6th again, or maybe it was just Dex blinking again. No, they touched! Back to 6th, Bryan. Dex Lindgren and Raymond Rodriguez. They touched in Stowe Corner. Dex held the spot, the winner from Daytona. Raymond Rodriguez leading. No, he's not leading. He's second in amp to Tucker Lindgren in the 997. So I wonder if Dex is playing rear gunner to the 997 to his teammate.
Yeah, I would assume you got all 3 of your family members real close. The whole team's right there. You might as well try your hardest to keep the opposition.
He is
where
he is the minister of defense here, Bryan. That's definitely what's happening. And Ray is getting frustrated. Couple of things under investigation. Kingsbury and Karsten Quint under investigation. If there's no penalty, I'd be shocked.
Quick. That one's going to be quick. We just had the other one that was that quick. Basically the same incident.
Cosgrove, Kingsbury, Fanning, top 3. They are out and away by 7.25 seconds over Marwan Moftaw. Fanning's not letting these guys get away. I know we stay focused on this battle for 6th, but I'm keeping an eye on these top 3. Fanning, super impressive in practice and qualifying, of course, and he's holding his own against the Solpec cars.
Yeah, Fanning was running 158s in practice and qualify, so I wonder if he's just kind of holding back a little bit, just letting the race in front of him play out.
159.3.
Saving some tires.
200 for Ray Kingsbury, 159.4 for Kevin Fanning. And Ray is still caught behind Dex Lindgren. We look right now at Scott Lindgren and Matt Kingsbury. This is for the 8th spot overall. And I'll tell you what, though, the two beneficiaries of this is Ray Rodriguez to the inside on Lindgren. They touch in Stowe, and Lindgren off the road.
Take a look back at that one when it becomes available.
And Dex is asking race control to look at incidents. I don't think that's... You can't lobby the race director like that. I don't think that's totally fair.
Yeah, and then no race control's not a big fan of getting yelled at during the race. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. They get a full incident list. They know what's going on in this race, just like I do.
Matt Kingsbury sent it to the inside on Lindgren and immediately came over chat and said, the car that hit me last week also hit me again. So it's a tough one coming from fellow race administrators and also from the broadcast side, Brian. It's tough because you want your guys to show emotion, but you've got, in this case, 17 other guys on track. You can't be asking race control mid-race.
Drive through, forcing another driver off the track.
Kingsbury and Quint.
It's not going to give me... It's not going to give me the incident between Ray and Lindgren, so...
Well,
it is what it is there.
I think you'll cry anyways, as quick teammate bias for a second with Ray being your driver. It avoids you having a very sad moment playing the small violin.
Okay. It's okay.
So Dex Lindgren got passed by Josh Stoltz for the 9th position. Matt Kingsbury has the black flag, the drive-through in the 21. And I wonder if he's going to get a second penalty for that contact on Lindgren. And they're still conversing about this penalty mid-race. It's so interesting. Kingsbury pits. Oh, they're arguing over chat, by the way. It's a good thing you're not playing it. It's a spectacle all its own. So Kingsbury pits.
Like, the race director made their decision. Just whether or not you agree with it during the race is not the time to argue about it.
As Kingsbury pits, Dex Lindgren's chat has been disabled.
And
play the chat, Matt. It would have to be an ASN After Dark because there's some naughty words being thrown around for sure. Matt Kingsbury's chat has been disabled. So Ray in the pit lane. Is he taking tires? Is he up on the jacks? As he drops down, exits the pit lane, he is, of course, going to be way down the order. So I want to go to his teammate Crosgrove. Will he respond? It's a bit of an early stop, Brian. We have 10 minutes until that halfway mark.
yeah, we've seen most of these races, though. They've been pushing 2 stops. So it just might be a 20 minutes in, 40 minutes in pit stop strategy.
As Crosgrove.
Take a little fuel, take some tires, and take a little fuel again.
Crosgrove leads, Fanning leads Mofton now, Tucker Lindgren and Raymond Rodriguez, the top 5.
Looking at the battle
3/4 of a second.
Evan Eisman, Bryan Sohn, and Karsten Quint.
Off the road goes Eisenman. Here comes Bryan Sohn. Battling for the 10th spot. Sohn looking left, looking right. Backed out of it. No way you go side by side in the Cops Corner. The 2 Corvettes ahead of the Mercedes-Benz of Karsten Quint. All in the same class, the M subclass. So these guys are fighting for a position in class. And we discovered that points change. These guys are no longer racing for 10th, 11th place points, Brian. It's 5th place points right now in AM. Side by side, no contact. Eisenman closes the door. Fanning has matched Crosgrove up front. Kingsbury to the pit lane to serve his penalty. Sohn and Quint still dueling away. Mercedes versus Corvette. Sohn loses the spot to Quint. And now Ray Kingsbury is coming up on these guys. Points leader. Second place in the race before the pit stop. So what will happen? Will these guys have an issue in front of him? We'll just have to see. Josh Stoltz and Scott Lindgren, Bryan, for the 6th position. Lindgren ran it wide out of Aintree. Stoltz looking in the 199. In the Corvette. Through Brooklands. Lindgren holds it for the moment. Can Stoltz over under? Lindgren holds the curb. Couple car lengths now between them. And I just want to wait and see when Cosgrove and Fanning will pit. Are they going to try a one-stop? Is Ray going to try a two? Well, it's all up in the air here, Bryan.
Yeah,
Stoltz.
we definitely aren't sure what we're going to have for strategy tonight.
I thought Stoltz was going to make a move into Maggots and Beckett's, but that was not to be. We looked at Ray Kingsbury. He's still trying to slice his way through these AM cars. Lindgren leads Stoltz. That's for the 6th and 7th positions. Gap is 0.7 of a second up front. Cosgrove 59.2, Fanning 58.9. Fastest lap, Kevin Fanning, 1 minute 58.956. Incident on lap 9 under investigation. Raymond Rodriguez, Dex Lindgren by race control.
I don't think I'm even able to go hunt that one. I want to see that one again, but
It didn't tell you anything? They definitely touched.
They definitely touched. Ray passed him there, right? I might be able to tell you right then.
I don't think Ray... Maybe he did. You can go exploring. I'll keep an eye on live pictures.
Ray made the pass, so I think... Yep, I have it here. Look at that. I just got a different filter.
This is why you make everything look pretty, and I just yap. King Yapper. So Raymond Rodriguez behind Dex Lindgren. This is heading into Stowe corner. Rodriguez. It's a tricky move. A tricky send. And it sent the 26 for sure. Off the road.
Yeah. Hey. You're there late.
Half a second between Cosgrove and Fanning up front. We're not missing anything there as we take a second look at that incident between Raymond Rodriguez and Dex Lindgren. Back to live pictures. Scott Lindgren, Josh Stoltz, Dex Lindgren. These guys still battling 6th, 7th, and 8th. And we're in a holding pattern right now, honestly. I'm curious to see what the strategy is for Cosgrove and Fanning. Did Ray have damage? Did Ray have some sort of penalty? We don't know. Is he trying a different strategy? We also don't know. Up in the balance. Fascinating stuff.
See some of the position changes. Cosgrove Fanning staying in the same spots. Mafta up 2, Lindgren, Rodriguez up 3, Lindgren again up 4, Stoltz up 4, other Lindgren down 2, Eisman up 6. I really need to custom do their names with their first initial. I gotta figure out how to do that. Ray down 9. We have so many people with the same last name in this league that I'm gonna have to go take care of that sheet.
And Ray Kingsbury is stuck behind Evan Eisenman. If you want to take a look just really quick, he's trying to find a way around. He absolutely cannot find a way around the 44. And this is whatever strategy's happening, he's hemorrhaging time right now, trying to slice his way through these AM-class cars down the order. He had one help him with his teammate, but Eisenman running his own race. No blue flags.
That's the thing. I mean, in pit stops and in Joker laps, you need to know about how long you're going to stay in there. Before you pull in, you need to look, hey, where am I going to come out? Who am I going to come out behind? And are they able to keep pace with me? Ray Kingsbury pulling out behind these cars that cannot keep up.
I
And
think
there goes
he-
Iceman way off the track. He did not touch. Iceman just blew the corner and said goodbye. Ray really appreciates that one. And now he's got some clean air. Take a different look at angle at that, because all we saw was smoke, but I knew exactly what happened right there. And we'll go back and look at Evan.
And he gives him the flash, distracted him into
Yeah, he saw the flash
into
and then,
Brooklyn's.
whoop,
Yep.
Goodbye. You look up for a second, who's flashing me? And then you realize, oh, I'm 50 meters past my braking board.
It breaks the concentration. It's
Kevin Fanning,
it's
though.
the
Look at
worst.
this. Battle for
Fanning
the lead.
gaining
Fanning
on
pushing.
Crosgrove. Into Village. No gap between them now. Crosgrove defends. You can over-under through this first sector. It's phenomenal stuff here in Silverstone. Crosgrove a little squirrely under acceleration again. He had that same issue earlier on. Car length, maybe make it 1.5, maybe make it 2. Down the Wellington Straight to Brooklands. Drive-through penalty. Matt Kingsbury, failure to serve drive-through correctly. I thought I saw him pit in the 21. And you cannot do that. Big no-no. We saw that last week.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. He's not here this evening. He's bowed out of the league. But, yeah, you cannot take a pit stop if you're on a drive-through. We watched it happen 3 times last week. And you think that'd get the point across. But here we are. It's happening again.
As
kill your race, Josh.
Crosgrove and Fanning fiercely battling at the front of the field. And for context, 40 seconds down the road is Ray Kingsbury in 9th. Penalties cleared for Matt Kingsbury in the 21. Not sure what is happening there. Evan Eisenman has tumbled down the order. He did not spin again like I thought. He was just pitting in the 44. Rob Edgell pits as well. At least I thought I saw him pit in the 81. And if they don't go to the pit box, it's the leaders bypass the pit box again. I think we're going to step aside for our mid-race ASN non-stop break. We'll be side by side. If anything happens, we'll break out. Stay tuned.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by
it.
side between these two in the terminal. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap. Clog is the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Mertz will hold his spot.
You're so interesting.
The SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN is brought to you by Penguin RC Simulation, Too Fast Racing, Lambert Designs, and Mr. Patches. Just a reminder, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. According to Bryan, we might even be on the dark web, and ring the bell to catch our live streams every week. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube for ASN Live. We're sitting at 986. We welcome you back to the SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN at the Silverstone circuit in the United Kingdom. We've got about 24 and a half minutes left. Bryan, Sawyer, myself, Josh Mertz for ASN. And we saw some shenanigans as just as we were coming back from break, Bryan. We had Evan Eisenman off the lead lap, 6 seconds off the pace. Try and do the noble thing, right? Stay out of the way. But at the worst possible moment, Kevin Fanning got a slowdown. The gap went from 0.2 to 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, if I'm Kevin Fanning, I'm fuming over that. It's like, I know you're trying to be nice and get out of my way, but why are you trying there? Now you're compromising my turn.
As let's get a reset really quick of the running order. Cody Crosgrove leads, Kevin Fanning second, Marwan Moftah in third, Tucker Lindgren leads in the AM class, Scott Lindgren, Josh Stoltz, Ray Kingsbury up to seventh, Karsten Quint, Brian Sohn, Raymond Rodriguez. There are pending strategies from everyone in this field, I believe. Stoltz pits in the 199. Ray pitted from second after giving the lead to his teammate. And we're just kind of waiting, Brian, waiting to see who's pitting, what's happening. Was that a scheduled stop for Ray? Was it because his teammates haven't pitted yet?
Yeah. Looking at also quite a few incidents still open here. Looking at, let's see, no further action. I see Matt Kingsbury's got 2 incidents open and Steve Baker's got 1.
Update, during the break, we had the Dex Lindgren Raymond Rodriguez incident be deemed a racing incident, that contact in Stowe Corner earlier on in the show on lap 9. Yep, you could be biased for 2 seconds. Your boy got away with it, but you could see it from both sides. Clinton Funk, lap 15, being investigated. I think that was the moment Rob Edgell sent it from Ireland compared to the United Kingdom. He was miles away and thought that he got away with it. He did tap Clinton Funk in the final corners. So I think that is being investigated.
That is this
yes.
one.
We're taking a look. So this is Stowe corner. Edgel closed up on Clinton Funk in the Porsche. And this send was a Max Verstappen level ahead at the apex, and it doesn't matter what you do at the exit. He just pushed him. I would have done the same thing. So, being honest. Pit stops. Pit stops happening. Cosgrove in the pits, Bryan. In the 9. Fanning stays out. Moftaw stays out. Let's see. The big thing here, where will Cosgrove come out compared to his teammate Kingsbury? I would be astounded if Ray Kingsbury can take the spot on the road over his teammate after being held up. Tucker Lindgren pits in the 997 as well.
Yeah, I just want to watch these pit times, Josh. Looking at Cosgrove here, he's at 33 seconds, 34. If the timer would stop freezing, that'd be great.
Vale chicane for Kingsbury, off monitor, final couple of corners, club corner, Cosgrove out of the box, and that early pit stop has completely hindered Ray Kingsbury, miles behind his teammate Cody Cosgrove.
Yeah, Cosgrove with a 48-second pit stop. Let's go over and look at Kevin Fanning. See what he does, if he decides to come in or not. He's about halfway through the track, so we'll be seeing it in a little bit here.
Through Cops Corner, through the old pit straight, down to Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel.
He's got nobody near him on track. He's got all the clean air in the world. If I'm Kevin Fanning, I might want to stay out as long as I actually can right now.
You know what? I would. Because
he's got the 44. He's got Evan Eisman behind him. Evan Eisman is not going to catch him anytime soon.
Bryan, Scott Lindgren is holding up Cosgrove effectively. The AM class car, he is not pitted. Cosgrove stuck behind him as well.
Yeah, so I know you race with no relatives, but I'm sitting here and I page through all the relatives and I'm trying to find where the guy I'm trying to pass is.
It's too much info. That I only care about what I can see out the windshield.
I need all the numbers. So
I
could see this, and I could see Lindgren holding back Cody and be like, okay, let's stay out as long as I can. Let's go look at what Kevin Fanning is doing. He is
1 minute 59.1, staying out.
So he is trying to push as hard as he can. 159.1. Let's look at Cosgrove. They're coming around. They got like 3 or 4 turns left here.
Cosgrove takes the spot on Lindgren. Through Stowe, down to Vale.
So we'll see just how much.
Lindgren
we have
pits.
a second and a half separate these two before pits. Let's see, 159.1, and Cody Cosgrove's gonna pull a
across the line. Last lap was a 59.7. 2 minute 38.0 because of the pit stop. So let's see what Fanning. Okay. Another incident under investigation. Impeding? Did I read that tiny graphic correctly? It was that Evan Eisenman for the incident with Fanning.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Race control on the ball this evening.
Really good stuff from Anthony Flores in the race control tower for sure.
17 incidents investigated so far.
Scott Lindgren exits the pit lane. Just an update on the AM class battle. Tucker Lindgren and Ray Rodriguez. There's 3.7 seconds between them. Really no battle being had right now, but we can watch that change at any moment. Fanning exits Chapel Corner down the hangar straight. We look at Tucker Lindgren in the 997.
All of the AM class drivers, they have pit so far. What it looks like. I'm going to go back to look at Steve Baker, though, riding the tail of Bryan Sohn for P11 overall.
Fanning pits.
All right, let's go watch this. Let's go see.
Fanning into the pit lane.
See the time difference. Let's pull it up here.
As pit lane speed starts there, 37 miles an hour, 50 kilometers an hour. If I can do my conversions quickly in my head, still might have been off base there. I only know freedom units, as the joke goes. And
we're 48 seconds.
Moftaw pits.
In pits, so I think Fanning might be a little ahead just based on what I can remember.
So Cosgrove exits Stowe down to Vale as the time tumbling on the tower. And the car passing is Clinton Funk. He had already entered the pit lane. Cosgrove through club corner. Final corner in the 9. Fanning still stationary. Now he's not. Will we have a duel on the pit lane exit? Fanning off the limiter. Cosgrove through Abbey into turn 1. And Fanning, after the slowdown, Bryan, still leads this race.
Josh, you're not going to believe this. Fanning's pit time, 48.213 seconds. Cosgrove's pit time, 48.213 seconds.
I think that time that Cosgrove had behind Scott Lindgren might have flipped this race. Still a long way to go. Still a quarter of it. About 17 minutes left. Just over a quarter of it. But that's what I mean. These slow burn races. It looks not exciting, ladies and gentlemen, but you have this develop and it ebbs and flows with the distance and with the time. And now Fanning out front. Cosgrove second, Kingsbury third. So we flipped the podium from what it was earlier on. I'm curious to see when Fanning crosses the line what this pit box lap will be, because I think it was a 2:38.0 for Cosgrove.
Yes, it was.
Kingsbury third, Moftaw in fourth, Tucker Lindgren fifth, leading the AM class. Brian Sohn and Steve Baker off monitors. Thank you. Picking this up.
On monitor. I was going to go see what is
They're
going on
dueling
here.
away.
Back and forth.
In the 03 and the 2. Sohn off the road, doing some landscaping. Very expensive lawnmower is that Corvette. And here comes Baker. Did Sohn let him go? This battle's not over, Bryan. If we can go back to the lead. It's half a second. Fanning leads Cosgrove. They're coming up on Clinton Funk in the 122. We should be seeing blue flags for the Porsche from the AM class. And like we mentioned, I'm curious to see what this pit lap would be.
Fanning's very happy they haven't caught him yet. We don't want PTSD.
2:37.0, Bryan. A complete full second faster.
Yeah, and that's why Cody Cosgrove was about a second ahead. About a second and a half of Fanning before the pit rotation. Cosgrove gets held up. They run the exact same pit times, and Fanning just that Cosgrove being held up is the whole difference there.
As Funk, will he get the blue flags down the Wellington straight? He will. He gets out of the way, not his day, in the 122. No sympathy corner today, Clinton, when you watch this back. Or if you're listening while you're driving, still stop doing that.
I was going to say, yeah.
But still not a good day.
He's done much better these last 2 weeks. I mean, he had Spinfest a few weeks ago. It was Daytona. He had Spinfest.
I think so,
and,
yeah.
Weeks 2, 3, and 4, he's gotten much better at driving. No sympathy corners.
Well,
maybe
the Clinton
a sympathy
Funk
incident, but
the Clinton Funk vehicular gymnastics competition will be beginning in March for NASA Cross Car. We'll go over programming notes a little bit later on. Excited to announce Cross Car and the 5th NASA Rallycross World Championship coming back to ASN in March. So many fun things planned and happening for 2026. Still half a second between Fanning and Cosgrove. Now we'll get the full comparison of lap times. Cosgrove gets some slipstream. We take a look. Is this Lindgren? Is that Sussy right in front of him in the 13?
This is Lindgren and Stoltz battling. They got Ray Rodriguez right in front of them.
As Sussy, Lindgren, Stoltz. Way up the road is Ray Rodriguez. They've got the lap car of Josh Sussy in the way. Sussy gets out of the way in the 13. And lets those two keep going. Stoltz, again, thought about it into Maggots and Beckett's. No way you can make that would never work. Not in a million years. Quick update, Fanning 59.3, 59.2 for Cosgrove. A 10th up was the Canadian. Let's look. So looking right now, Lindgren. Clinton, I heard your voice chat. Why are you listening to the stream while driving? I digress.
He wants to know
These kids, Bryan.
He's pulling the Max Verstappen. He's watching
That's fair.
Race during the race.
Lindgren, Stoltz, Sussy still off the lead lap in the 13. 0.4 of a second between the two up front. The next closest battle is Stoltz and Lindgren. 0.2 of a second into Village Corner. Car length between them. Will Stoltz over under in the Corvette to the McLaren? Two AM-class drivers battling for the last spot on that podium. Tucker Lindgren ahead of Raymond Rodriguez. And Scott versus Stoltz. This is for third in that class. Stoltz looks to the inside. Will he send it? He backs out to give Scott Lindgren a little bit of a spook. No move done. Stoltz backing up the apex. Off of the corner. Can we see a move? Will we see a move? Up front, 0.3 of a second. Curious to see the lap times when these guys cross the line. 11 3/4 minutes left to go in Silverstone for round 4 of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series in 2026A. Phenomenal stuff tonight and all season so far. Cosgrove on the curb. Gives up some time. He's pushing super hard, as are Scott Lindgren and Josh Stoltz for this podium spot, Brian.
Yeah, Stoltz really trying to get by Lindgren. I mean, Stoltz is the only other driver in AM that's had multiple podiums. Ray Rodriguez has not had a night off of the podium. His worst finish is third. Stoltz is just trying to get as many points as he can get back. It's their first and second in the championship, so Stoltz really wants to get by Lindgren here. Lindgren wants his first time on the podium. Lindgren, yeah.
As the 16, 7th overall, third in class right now. 0.6 of a second between him and Stoltz. Evan Eisenman and Matt Kingsbury having a battle in the back of the field. Eisenman holding off Kingsbury. And then it's 0.75 of a second for the battle for the lead. The last time around, Cosgrove was 0.2 of a second faster than Fanning, despite making that mistake at the final corner. And now we've entered a phase of nice and calm, Brian. No crazy calamity, and race control can take a breath.
You're not supposed to say calm, Josh.
You know what? I said it in my opener. That's my job. Commentator's curse.
Something's going to happen. I'm going to say.
Is it going to happen right here with Kingsbury and Eisenman to the Vale chicane? Eisenman lets Kingsbury go.
We haven't had a single safety car this whole evening. Maybe I can make one of those happen.
Commentator's curse. Brendan Lambert would have to drive out with 10 minutes left. I don't think this race is over for the lead. I know we've been focused on this. It's the closest battle we have, fittingly. And across the line for Fanning, 1 minute 59.339. 1 minute 59.340 for Cosgrove. Nothing between them, Brian.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of waiting out these last 9 minutes, and I think the last 2 laps are going to be a brawl.
As Fanning already positioning the car a little bit earlier on the apexes, a little bit shallower onto the dirt. They did race Rallycross at Silverstone, but not through that corner as we head down the Wellington Straight. Next closest battle is still Lindgren and Stoltz. The 16 still has the spot over the 199. We ride on board Cosgrove in the 9, behind the 911 of Fanning. Hearing the roar of the Mercedes-Benz, Brian Sohn and Steve Baker dueling away as well. I think that might have been a connection issue. We had something pop up on race control. Admittedly, it was very small for me to read.
Matt Kingsbury. Too many incident points. So I was saying at the beginning of the evening, I was wondering how many of those would we get. It looks like we've only got 1 so far with 10 minutes left.
As Fanning ahead of Cosgrove, we remain on board car number 9 in the slipstream down the hangar straight. Cosgrove under 0.4 of a second away.
Cosgrove, that's implications. Cody Cosgrove, too many incidents. Black and white flag.
So what is the black and white flag? Is that just a warning? Next one's a black flag?
Next one's a black flag.
Oh. Alrighty then. So if you're Kevin Fanning, what do? Do you kind of force him to make mistakes?
I mean, all of the drivers should see that come right across the text chat, so Fanning is very aware of what's going on here.
7.5 minutes left. Cody Cosgrove, his race hanging by a thread with a potential black flag if he has one more incident point, and that would include, correct me if I'm wrong, if they make contact. So, oh boy. Car length between them. We go back again to Scott Lindgren and Josh Stoltz. This is still for the 7th position, quarter of a second between them. As they head down to the Vale Chicane. Still battling for 3rd on the AM class podium, 7th overall. Car length between the leaders up front. Fanning leads Cosgrove ever since the pit rotation. Cosgrove with 6.5 minutes left cannot make any mistakes, Bryan.
Yeah. And if I'm you know what? Let's see. If I'm Cosgrove, I might.
Stoltz has gotten by Lindgren. What happened to Scott Lindgren? I think he had a slowdown. Or Scott Lindgren stuck in first gear. He came over voice chat and loses. Lost the spot. He got stuck in first gear. Why would you go down to first gear in that corner, though? That's the big question. Why would you ever
go down to first gear ever?
Off the track, off monitor, it's definitely Clinton Funk Sympathy Corner, and it's Cop's Corner in the 122. Just a kiss of the tire barrier, but he's lost the front end.
Back to what I was saying, Josh. If I'm Cody, looking at the gap, I believe if you get, it's a 5-second penalty for exceeding the incident point limit. I'm taking that 5 seconds. Ray Kingsbury's right behind me. I'm not too worried about it. Ray Kingsbury's not right behind me. He's 10 seconds back.
10 seconds.
I'm not concerned about that 5-second penalty at all. We got 5 minutes left in the race. If he makes up 5 seconds in 2 or 3 laps, it would be a miracle.
So just drive the crap out of the car and see what happens.
Out of the car, go for the win.
Love it. Trophy or the steering wheel, as the NASCAR boys say. Fanning leads, just under 5 minutes left. Cosgrove in second. Just an update, as I had mentioned, Cop's Corner is now Clinton Funk Sympathy Corner for the 122. And he has crashed in that corner. He's trying to make it back to the pits, but it's not looking good. Down the old pit straight, heading towards Cop's Corner. Fanning leads Cosgrove half a second. Last time around, Fanning was up by about a half a tenth, Bryan. That is not enough for either one of them to either pull or lower the gap. .147 miles an hour before hitting the brakes through the Maggots-Beckett's complex, all the way down to 80 miles an hour. Actually, interestingly, Cosgrove at 86. He's carrying more speed mid-corner compared to Fanning. Gap still about half a second. 4 tenths. Cosgrove gains. Lap number 28. Timing estimating 31 tonight in the United Kingdom. Vale Chicane. Battle for the lead is what we've got. That's the only battle under a second with Fanning and Cosgrove. Not missing anything with the battle for the AM class podium after Lindgren's transmission issue. Tucker Lindgren, Raymond Rodriguez, Josh Stoltz, the tentative podium in the AM class. If I'm Ray Kingsbury, Bryan, you just trying something different? Trying a new strategy? I don't know. You learn lessons, and I wouldn't do an early strategy like that.
Yeah. We definitely know that's not the strategy you want. You never want to get stuck behind other cars, especially it was so early. Everybody's still all bunched up.
I equate that Evan Eisenman's 5-second time penalty, too many incident points, I equate that to when I would take my early jokers in Rallycross, and then you would roast me immediately. Why are you taking an early joker? Well, it's just muscle memory. So it could be for Ray. 3/4 of a second, the gap has lengthened from Fanning to Cosgrove. Fanning trying to win for the first time since, I believe, Interlagos to close out last season. One car off the road in front of them. It's Matt Kingsbury in the 21. No harm done. And Ray still holds the third spot. They've gapped him by another 1.5 seconds. It is just not Ray's night in the 25.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what it was between the teammates. Ray, of course, we're not flies on the wall in that team chat, right? But I'm thinking they decided, if you can pull away, go ahead. If you can't, we swap positions. Racing incident, Clinton Funk, Josh Sussey, lap 27. That's been deemed a racing incident by race control. Words are hard today, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're coming to 1.5 minutes left. I think we'll be getting the white flag here, Brian. Let's see what Barney does. Well, I don't know where Barney even is on this track, and I couldn't see him, so...
No, I don't have a Barney cam this evening. Barney is hiding.
Barney's hot. 2 weeks in a row.
We are still green. We're still green.
He doesn't want to be called out by us, I guess. Cosgrove sends it into Village. You got to make something happen. I feel like this is the white flag. Time is going to expire on this lap, and the gap is 0.6 of a second. It's been a slow burn of a race. Potentially had the pass for the win happen on the pit stop rotation, but Cody Cosgrove 3/4 of a second behind Kevin Fanning. Can he make something happen to continue the Solpack winning streak, redeem himself from last week in Montreal, or will Kevin Fanning head to the top step of the rostrum for the first time in 2026A? Evan Eisenman in the way potentially again, Brian. We saw this affect them mid-race.
Yeah, Fanning is probably having flashbacks here.
Another 5-second penalty for Matt Kingsbury. More incident points for the 21. It won't affect him, though, as he's a minute in front of Josh Sussey. Through Maggots, through Beckett's, into Chapel. I don't think that they will catch Evan Eisenman, and I don't think Cody Cosgrove will be able to make a move. He's about a second back. The little red box on our timing is fading less and less red and becoming more and more gray, signifying that the battle and the gap is over and lengthening. And into Stowe Corner. Time has expired. Timing throws us the white flag. And into the Vale Chicane for the final time. Kevin Fanning, fastest in practice. Second in qualifying by oh so close to Cosgrove. It doesn't matter, though. He takes the checkered flag and wins in Silverstone ahead of Cosgrove in second. Ray Kingsbury, after an interesting strategy, we'll have to talk to him about what happened there. The 25 will come home in third. Still another podium. It's 4 consecutive for the championship leader. Marwan Moftad, Lonely Race in fourth, and we go back to Tucker Lindgren. Is that another race control investigation? Karsten Quint, black and white flag. As Tucker Lindgren down to the Vale Chicane. And the 997, we could figure out how this family tree is going, Brian, because Tucker Lindgren will win the AM class in Silverstone. And you could be biased for 2 seconds and throw a party as Raymond Rodriguez, yet again, on the podium in the 129. Josh Stoltz in third in AM, 5th, 6th, 7th overall. 8th, Scott Lindgren. 9th, Dex Lindgren. And Karsten Quint will come home in 10th. Next car to finish up. This is Bryan Sohn in the 03. In 11th. 12th is Steve Baker. 13th, Rob Edgell. 14th, Evan Eisenman. Matt Kingsbury, 15th. Josh Sussey, Clinton Funk, and Daniel Coletta. Coletta, the only car not to finish this evening, as he parked it after 13 laps. Just a confirmation on the classification as we complete the race. As Fanning, Crossgrove, Kingsbury, Moftaw, Tucker Lindgren, Ray Rodriguez, Stoltz, Scott Lindgren, Dex Lindgren, Karsten Quint, Sohn, and Baker, the top 12. Edgel, Eisenman, Matt Kingsbury, Josh Sussey, Clinton Funk, and Daniel Coletta. No safety cars tonight, Brian.
Painted it for nothing.
It's okay. He can just change the slogan on the back and use it for a different track.
There you go.
Knowing Lambert, he absolutely won't do that. As our drivers take the cool-down lap, Raymond Rodriguez still pushing hard and a beautiful shot. There's the rallycross track. Can we...
No, we can't go back to that.
No, I'm not saying that. Can we get that? It's there. Can we get it, please? Thanks.
Oh.
Can we... please? Please? It's right there. I digress. I'll open another can of worms. I think Brian knows where I'm going with that conversation. But everybody pitting, everybody taking a moment, decompressing, and we've got Fanning and Crossgrove in the media pen. Why do I speak your name? It's my job, Mr. Funk. That's what I have to do. As I hear a beep in my ear, I'm going to assume we are all good. Let's have a chat with Cody Crossgrove. Hey, Cody. It's Josh. You got us?
What up?
Hey, man, I got a question for you. Aside from the walk me through your race, right? And I noticed a little bit earlier in the race, it looked like, did Ray just move over for you? Did you guys have an agreement where, like, if he's ahead of you and not pulled away, you guys swap? I mean, talk me through that, because that was an interesting little bit of racing there.
It's just good team cooperation. Like, if he has his tires warmer than mine, I'm gonna let him go, even though like I might be a little faster than him. Like once my tires warm up, but. Like, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Like, as soon as my tires warmed up, he was just like, okay, I'm not going to slow you down. So, like, just go on by. So.
Okay. I figured it was something along those lines. My next question, what happened on the pit rotation? I think, Brian, if he read me the numbers correctly, you guys matched in the pit box, but you were leading, and then it completely flipped when that rotation ended. So talk me through that.
As soon as I came out of the pits, I got stuck behind a lapper, and he was kind of slow, and he was kind of slowing me up. So that's where I lost my time, because like when me and Kevin were battling, it was like 0.5 to 0.6 like the whole way. So like I knew I had a chance of getting him, but I had to get past that lapper. So that's what killed me. And then I started reeling him in, but then I noticed that I had to calm down a bit because I only had like a few incidents to play with. So again.
As one last question, my friend, anyone you'd like to thank for the podium this evening?
I like to thank you guys for obviously putting on the show, and Soulpack and everyone that supports me, and obviously Ray and rest of the team, because he puts in a lot of work on getting our setups dialed in for the races.
For sure. All right, buddy. Good race, good podium, and we will see you next week in Monza.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Not a problem, buddy. One more so far. We're still waiting for Ray Kingsbury, but we are going to have a chat with our race winner, Kevin Fanning. It's Josh and Brian. You got us?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Well, we're doing well, and I have a question for you, my friend. I just kind of asked Cody the same thing. He was leading, and in that pit stop rotation, he got stuck behind lap traffic. So I want to hear your side of this. What talk me through going from, I think you were a second or something behind, to then leading by that amount mid-race.
Yeah, the start of the race was a little crazy, as you saw, with Cody getting loose, and then I had to push wide because I didn't want to hit him. But had a pretty good race all through. The car was great. And then I saw Cody went in. Well, first Ray went in. So I figured maybe the Solpec guys were playing little games. So Ray went in early. Cody then went what I thought 2 laps early. So I didn't know what was going on there, but I just tried to push. And then when I came out of the pits, I had a little bit of lead, but I was still a little amped up from the blue flag incident. So my outlap wasn't the greatest, and it was just a terrific race. Cody's always a hard competitor, and seeing him in my rearview mirror is always tough.
You took my next question out of my mouth. I wanted to ask you, as we were in break, so we were looking off the monitor, and we saw Cosgrove get by in that final corner, and then Eisenman blue flagged. He did the right thing, right? But why in that corner? And you got caught out, and you drove off the track. And I think you got to slow down, if I heard you on the radio correctly. What are you thinking in that moment when you're pushing so hard to catch Cody, and then that unravels everything? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, I just wish they would bleed off the time in the straight, not in the corner. There was plenty of time to see us coming. But that said, I wasn't sure how wide he was going to swing that second apex. Earlier in the race, Cody and I went side by side, and there was a little bit of hip checking going on. So I wanted to make sure I was wide, and if that meant a slow down, fine. I just wasn't sure where he was going. So,
all right, buddy. Well, we got the victory tonight. Who would you like to thank for the top step of the podium?
Oh, thank you guys for doing the broadcast. You and Bryan. Thank you for the SimCAR admins, Brandon and Anthony, and my teammates, Jeff, Zach, and Marwan. Marwan had a great race tonight, too.
All right, buddy. Well, first win, I think, since Interlagos ending last season. So we got that first one out of the way. Good run, and we'll see you next week in Monza.
Thank you.
I'm going to assume that our media pen being empty means no other interviews, Bryan. So let's take a look at the championships exiting round 4 in Silverstone.
All right, let's start with the AM class. Raymond Rodriguez extends his lead with that P2 finish, 131 to Josh Stoltz, 110. Karsten Quint, Tucker Lindgren, Rob Edgel all up a position this evening, knocking Jesse Pate down to 6th. Brian Sohn and Scott Lindgren up 1 as well, knocking Clinton Funk down to 9th. Josh Sussy up 4 to P10. Over in the overall standings, Ray Kingsbury maintains his lead, followed closely by Kevin Fanning, 139 to 122. Dex Lindgren and Raymond Rodriguez, 3rd and 4th. Cody Cosgrove up 4 positions with his P2 this evening. Matt Kingsbury, Dan Coletta down 1. Karsten Quint, Josh Stoltz, and Tucker Lindgren all up a few positions each.
So, points are settled. We took a look at the results, and let's remind everyone of a couple of friends that help us bring the SimCAR Grand-Am Series on ASN. Penguin RC Simulation, trusted by racers for their unbeatable support, rock-solid product guarantees, and high-performance sim gear. When you want equipment you can rely on lap after lap, Penguin RC Simulation delivers every time and is proud to present the Penguin RC Simulation Drivers' Championship. By Too Fast Racing, a massive sim community built on the high-octane world of Beam NG drag racing, now taking on iRacing with over 14,000 members. From the drag strip to the curves here at SimCAR, Too Fast Racing is where speed lives. By Lambert Designs, the official graphics partner for SimCAR. From promotional materials to custom paint liveries, Lambert Designs has it all. For more information, join the SimCAR Discord and contact Brandon Lambert. And finally, by Mr. Patches, makers of custom patches that let you wear your racing pride. And this season, they're putting $50 on the line for each class's winning team. From the track to your jacket, Mr. Patches has you covered as the presenting sponsor for the team's championship. Before I get some final thoughts, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule of broadcasts for the Automotive Sports Network, and we've got some more stuff other than SimCAR, Bryan. Take it away.
We got more stuff other than SimCAR. Coming up this Tuesday, we're hosting our first ever ASN event. I'm calling it The Purge. It's Dirt Mini Stocks, USA International, and you're allowed to beat the crap out of each other. If you want to watch the race, it's going to be on ASN Plus Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is myself and Josh Darnell. If you want to race in the race, ASNTVUSA.com, hit the Discord button, and that will bring you to the registration. It's free. Anybody can join. I really don't care. Then we got the rest of the SimCAR season coming up next Thursday. Same time, same place. But we're going to Monza, La Bend, Motegi, Magny-Cours, Mexico City, and Sebring. Not exactly the same place, I guess. Then on March 8th, we are kicking off our cross-car season. We're going to Winton. And then that following day, we're kicking off the Rallycross season with contenders and supercars.
I just put it together on both of these on these NASA schedules. Winton was the site of that photo finish between Evan and Matt Kalish, and we're trying to start the season off with a photo finish. I'm not going to be able to handle that. That's going to be a wonderful time. Give me a final thought, and we'll close it up.
Nice calm race today. Very excited that we had no safety cars. I know Brandon's probably a little upset he didn't get to drive around this evening, but hats off to Anthony Flores too for. That was a lot of race control he had to deal with, but did a good job.
There was lots of race control incidents. There was a lot of drivers trying to talk to race control. Held it together very well. And I want to echo that point. It was nice to have no safety cars after the rain had 3 or 4 consecutive. We saw 3 consecutive off the rip mid-race in Daytona. Not sure what had happened week number 2, but I'm assuming the trend had continued. It's nice to have a calm race. The checkered flag falls on the evening at Silverstone. On behalf of our entire production staff, my name is Josh Mertz, as we thank you for joining us for tonight's coverage of the SimCAR Grand-Am Series. Congratulations to our winners, Kevin Fanning and Tucker Lindgren, and be sure to join us next Thursday for SimCAR in Monza, Italy. Until then, so long, everyone.